Live!
Live! Legends of Sacramento! We're live with...
Say your name, say it.
No, you say it.
Yessi.
Nick, you're supposed to...
I was like, I
We're live with Yessi.
We're live with Yessi. Thank you so much, Yessi, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yes. For everybody in chat that would like to get to know Yessi better respectfully, you can follow her on Twitter with this cool chat command that will pop up all night, !guest. It'll take you right to their Twitter. So again, please follow respectfully.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird. Yeah, that is it. That is it. Okay. Bets are off now. Sabato fan just checked in. Never mind. So Yessi, you have a cast on one of your arms.
So my right arm.
Tell us what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so I accidentally tripped. Who tripped on purpose? I tripped. I tripped, and like it was just one sidewalk was a little bit bigger than the other one, and the telephone pole happened to be there, literally right in front of it. The shadow hitting the fucking sidewalk. I didn't see it. I was looking down too. I'm not even on front. Like I had my bag. I was making sure I had everything because I had just left my friend's house. Had my bag. I was making sure everything was in it. I was on my way. I fell and I literally called the ambulance immediately. And I was like, I have fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, you were by yourself?
Yeah, I was walking by myself, like back to my car to go back home.
Well, we can we show the world the arm?
We have footage like from when the broken arm like just dropped. We have the photo. Here we go. Everyone brace yourselves in chat. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, he needs a drink. All right. Here we go. Whoops. There we go. There it is, everybody. Oh my god. Oh, dude, this is in the hospital?
It was nasty, dude.
Is this picture in the hospital?
There. I was, yeah.
So you
in the picture, yeah.
You went to surgery immediately?
No, which is fucking awful. They lied. They lied. They were like, they lied.
Oh my god.
Listen, I fell at 9, right? So I get to the hospital, yada, yada. It's 12. They're like, all right, we need to cut you out of your clothes. And I was like, is this absolutely necessary? They were like, yeah, we're going to transfer you to another hospital that has a better ortho. You're going to go straight to surgery, blah, 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 blah. They literally transferred me from, I think it was Clara, Mass, all the way to Jersey City, naked. I just had a gown on, and I was like, this is so, like, why? Like, my ass is out and everything. It was so uncomfortable. I was like, why? You cut me out of my biker shorts for nothing, because they waited a whole 24 hours before I actually got to go into surgery.
Oh, that's so unnecessary. What is with these sick paramedics and cutting people out of clothes, you know? They don't even want you to undress, you know? You lose your clothes permanently. It
made no sense to me because I'm in healthcare too. So I'm like, some people, when they want to keep their clothes on, you just, okay, fine. Like, I'm not going to argue with you. Keep your clothes on. So I was like, why? Like, why are you cutting me out of my clothes? They're like,
especially the shorts.
I'm very confused why they didn't just take your clothes off.
They were just like, yeah, we just want to see your ass. I was like, all right, here you go. Just cut me out.
I'm so lost. Why didn't they just take your clothes off? Why did they cut you out? Was your arm like that sensitive that they couldn't?
Oh yeah.
Like they couldn't even take your shirt off normally? It would.
Absolutely no. They were like, oh, like I had a T-shirt that was like nice fitted and everything, and it was fucking Dennis Rodman, bro. And they were like, no, we're just gonna cut it off you. I was like, why? Like, why are you like? Why can't I just take my shirt off?
Yeah.
And then they tried to move my arm, and I was like, absolutely fucking not. Get your hands off me.
Oh my
so
God.
they were like, yeah. So because of the pain that I was in, they were like, all right, well, we're just gonna have to cut you out. And I was like, fine, go ahead.
This picture is
really
literally insane. This picture.
Yeah.
Oh.
It looks made up.
There's some part of you, isn't there some part of you that just wants to like smack it back into place? You know what I mean? That's how they do it in the movies when there's a broken bone. They just karate chop it back in.
Well, they knew, like, I guess I was like taller than everybody immediately. Like, that's just the story of my life. So I feel like it was just like, oh, this girl's big, like she's gonna fuck us up. And I was like, get your fucking hands off me right now. Like, don't even fucking touch me. Like, any movement. And on the ambulance ride to the hospital, every single fucking bump that hit, I felt it. So I was like, yeah, no, don't touch me.
So wait, you sat in agonizing pain for 24 hours?
Yep, for 24 hours. They gave me morphine and they were like, it should help, like, blah, 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 blah. Like, you'll feel nauseous, blah, blah, blah. We'll give you something for the nausea. Morphine didn't do shit. I was like, I don't do crack cocaine. Like, I don't understand why. Like, where did the built-up tolerance for this fucking drug that I've never tried in my life?
Well, you probably confused them when you said you broke it tripping. You know, they were like, well, she's used to it.
Yeah.
It sucks when you break a bone and you don't even have like a cool story, you know?
Like, yeah, like I didn't do it like skateboarding or nothing. I literally just like tripped and fell.
All right, next up on MTV Scarred, we have Yessi, who just
tripped,
misjudged the curb to road.
I'm not in a place to talk. I've literally broken my ankle by stepping off a curb.
That's true.
But I don't tell people that.
So we're gonna scrub this part of the episode. Yessi, this is the last anyone will ever hear of it. We'll make up a new story.
So what's the deal? When's your arm gonna be normal again?
They haven't said, but I have a family member that the doctor, they also broke their ankle and they were like, yeah, well, I was out for 6 months, so you'll probably be out for 3. And I'm honestly gonna tell you, I'd rather break an arm, like something like that, than an ankle, because you can't even get up. Like, at least I can get up and do things, you know?
Right.
You get off work or no?
Yeah, I'm not working. I haven't worked in 3 weeks.
That's awesome.
Losing my mind. I'm absolutely losing my mind. So,
why?
Because there's nothing to do. Like, that's why when Nicky was like, do you want to come on the podcast? I was like, oh, fuck yeah. What? No question.
Any other time, I got shit to do.
Any other time, I probably would have been like, I'm shy.
So this happened for a reason then. Yeah.
I struck while the iron was hot.
Yeah.
I saw my opening.
You're a visionary. This is why you're in charge of guest coordination.
What should we next topic, right?
Yeah.
Because I have a funny story that I've been itching to talk about.
Okay, let's get to the story here. A funny story. We'll spare it. Yeah, we'll take the picture off just for a second of the arm.
So I'm currently fighting 6 traffic tickets. But I've gone to court for 3 of them, so I have 3 more. I had 6 in my name. I've beaten the first 3, so whatever. So
how did you do that? How did you?
They got it out for me. You know, they always got it out for the little guy.
All right, well, they're out for white men. I'm in danger.
Yeah, it's we
the little guy.
We've had it tough for a while. White men.
Yeah.
So
it gets harder every day with every passing ticket, every passing parking violation. It gets harder.
So I'm at the city of Poughkeepsie court. And this is important for the story. I'm not just saying this to say it. Me and this older white woman were the only white people there. So this will come back later. I mean, I don't just take inventory of race when I'm in a room.
But you did.
Yeah.
It's not a habit.
You know, like, we're all in line and everyone's getting along. It's like, you know what brings people together?
Mutual
doesn't
hatred.
matter race, color, creed. I don't know what creed is anyway. You know when people say race,
Yeah.
color, or creed.
I'll tell you.
I want to be a guy who's creedist.
Moby.
Anyway, we're all, you know what bonds the working class together? The
What
simple
bonds
phrase saying they just want your money. That, and then everyone starts going. They're like, they do, they do just want
That is
your
a
money.
good.
It could be about anything. We started talking about a bunch of different ways they just want our money. Some woman said they're installing solar panels on houses because they just want your money. I don't even know what that means.
You can say anything.
You can say anything.
Anything,
You can say
follow.
they just want your money. I bought lunch today. They just want your money.
Everybody has to shrug at least. You can't
You
say
know-
no.
so.
You have
Yeah.
to be such an honest person.
You know
to
why
say
Jersey
no.
Mike's is making those sandwiches?
They just want your money. You know what?
It works for everything. And then everyone in the room go, yeah, it's a really good way to get people fired up. You get that working class solidarity. So we're all talking about how traffic court is a
I
racket.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Mind you, I don't really agree because they dismiss all my tickets. So I don't pay them anything. So I don't think they want my money. But anyway,
Because you're white.
yeah. I'm telling you, it's great. It's great.
It's great being a white
You
man.
know, it's amazing. So I'm behind this older white woman. By pure coincidence, I didn't seek her out and stand behind her. It just happened, okay? So I'm behind her. She goes up before me to talk to the judge. Apparently she parked on a crosswalk, which I think she did deserve a ticket for that. You can't block crosswalks. It's like the very small part of the road that civilians can safely walk on. You can't fucking block on that. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
She fucked up there.
Yeah.
she did fuck up. So she says, the judge says, we've agreed to knock your ticket down to $75. Do you accept? And she says, I'm willing to pay $5, which is really, I mean, if you're going to negotiate, start
You do. You
low.
do.
Yeah.
God bless her.
Yeah. And the judge says, ma'am, the fines are statutory. I have no flexibility on that. It's $75. And she goes, the crosswalk was not fully painted. I didn't know it was a crosswalk. And he said, okay, you can go to a trial then and fight it. But if you want to pay the fine, it's $75. And she said, you have incompetence working in your government. And now the crowd's on her side a little bit.
Yeah.
You call the government incompetent. Everyone
Yeah.
agrees with that. So it's okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Then he says, you have a right to a trial. I can't suggest either way, but that is your right. But we have to keep this moving because there's other people who want to, handle their tickets. And she goes, I'll give you $5 and we could call it even. And guess what? I'll give you 100 million guesses. You'll never guess what she says after this. She says, we'll call it even after you guys killed my husband. And now this is where she's starting to lose the crowd a little bit, right?
What?
What the fuck?
Mind you, she's like 80 years old. The judge goes, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course he
And
would.
she
What?
goes, my husband went to a New York State nursing home and they abused him and neglected him until he died. Now, that very well may have happened. And if that did, that's very sad. I don't think any motherfucker in traffic court has anything to do with that. I don't think a judge's duties has anything to do with nursing homes. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know any judges.
She's got a vendetta.
So she reaches into her purse and pulls out poster-sized pictures of her husband's dead body on an autopsy table and starts showing the court. Now, mind you, now there's a mix of like weird groans and like, ugh, 'cause his body was bloody and bruised. So it does seem like he had a very unfortunate demise. And that sucks. Mind you, I still don't understand the connection to traffic court. But anyway, she's like, your husband's dead so you could park on crosswalks?
No, she's looking for some sort of compensation.
Yeah, so...
And I guess it's $70.
So the judge
Where's the correlation?
says, I'm sorry about your husband. I have no flexibility on the fine. We'll send you a trial date. So he's saying we'll just we'll take this to trial.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if she's gonna 2-for-1 the trial, do a trial for her husband and the traffic ticket. I don't
2-for-1 the trial.
But she did accept the trial. Like she did say, like, yeah, fine,
Well,
take me to the trial.
She was refusing to leave the room, and then the court officer was black, and he goes over to her and gently touches her arm to like move her along, and she says, "Get your hands off me, you." And she said the word that white people can't say to this guy in the city of Poughkeepsie, where I am the only other white person in here. Everyone in the room fucking looks at me like I'm with this woman or something. I'm like, yo, I got nothing to do with this.
I just work with her. I try to.
Do you want?
Dude.
Yeah, bro. It was then the judge is going like banging his shit. I never seen that before. An order in the court. I didn't know that happened in real life. So eventually she does fucking get out of there. But everyone's like, what did she just say? Rightfully so. I cleared my name. I was up next, though. The judge to me went, okay, yours is dismissed. So that, it worked out for me.
I was going to say.
It worked out beautifully for me.
No matter what you... Like, no matter what your ticket was, no matter who came up after her, they were getting like, boom, passed.
Yeah.
He
Like,
said, you accepted dismissal? I said, yes. He said, okay, have a good day. And then I said, that's how it's done. And then the courtroom even clapped a little bit, which is, one of those,
So she did do a service a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, what was I going to say? So this is the thing that I found sad is, like, she's standing in line with a bunch of black people before court, and we're all having a good time talking about what a racket everything is, And then, like, we're all friends, and then she needs to hurt someone, and she, like, imagine the level of betrayal when you are talking to someone for like 30 minutes friendly, and then you hear them say a slur like right in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, also like the
fall off is crazy because, like you said, she's like, they just want your money.
Yeah,
the government is incompetent.
They killed my husband, which that's a little. I feel like when she said they killed my husband, the room was like 50.
She lost the room. You totally. That's like that. You just got kicked off last comic standing. Like, that is it.
I think her saying like, yeah, you killed my husband was like where the court was like, all right, anybody else?
Yeah.
I could just go. Like, you guys should just get out of here.
Dude.
She was saying a lot of really schizophrenic things leading up to her appearance.
Was it like
judge.
if that incident didn't happen, would you have just been like, oh well, she's just an old lady?
Yeah, well, like she said she can't afford a fine right now. She just said this to me and a couple of the women. She said she can't afford to pay a fine right now because a tornado ripped half of her house off. And I was thinking, we never had a tornado here.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever seen a tornado in my life. What is
It's a beautiful thing
What
about.
if I know what's it if she said earthquake?
There we go.
If she said earthquake, I would have been like, okay, maybe it did, maybe it didn't happen, but like tornado.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe she killed her husband.
Maybe she did.
That would be the most logical conclusion to this.
I have my own grudge to hold with nursing homes, so I think like my opinion's a little bit biased because
Let it
I
rip.
had what happened?
I said, let it rip. Let him have it. Hell yeah.
Okay, so I had an aunt that I'm an at-home aide for. Like, that's my second job besides being in a hospital. So I was taking care of her at home and everything, but when she got home, she couldn't walk. Like, she couldn't really answer questions. She couldn't tell you anything. Like, she was always medicated, and she's on the same medication that she was on in the nursing home. So I really can't like understand or like explain why that is. But when she was in the nursing home, like, she couldn't answer questions. She couldn't tell you her name. She couldn't tell you what year it was. Like, she couldn't get up. we had to use like I forget the name of the lift, but we had to use like an actual lift to lift her up because of how heavy she was. She had not been home with me for like even 3 months, and I had already gotten her up and walking and answering questions with me and cooking with me in the kitchen, like eating fine, telling me what she likes, what she doesn't like. Like we had a nurse from the insurance company come and like ask her questions, and it was fine. So I was like, that's my grudge to hold with the nursing home, because how was she like immobile? How was she
Yeah.
like nonverbal at the nursing home? But I've had her for less than 3 months, and I already got her up and moving and talking. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I have an aunt who she said at the nursing home they'll just sit her in a hallway in her wheelchair for like 10 hours at a time. Like,
Yeah.
no attention, not even an iPad, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, when she said her, like they killed her husband in the nursing home, I was like, it could be, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
possibility.
They killed the wrong one.
Honestly, that would have been like it is crazy. My sister also is in healthcare. She's a nurse, and the disparity I think between healthcare workers that actually do care about patients and don't is just like you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it that there are some people in the field that are just like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is my paycheck and that's it, and like so impersonal.
Yeah.
Just it's scary.
That's why
I think for me, it was scary because I got to see it. Like, you see your coworkers being assholes and dickheads. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah. Yeah.
Like for me, it was just like, why are you here? Because this is something that you actually do have to care about. You know, like
yeah.
Yeah.
there's people here that cannot move. So
Yeah.
like, it would be like, oh, like, Mrs. Smith wants an apple juice. Like, oh, and I'm like, she just wants an apple juice. Like, she can't get up. Just go get her apple juice.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like,
That's not asking for much.
yeah, like, like I'm a CNA. I'm a patient care technician, but like it's the same as a certified nursing assistant. It's just a different title. So I actually wipe people's asses for a living, and
Nice.
yeah. And so for me, it was just like, this is not the job for you if like you're complaining about somebody that shit themselves and piss themselves. Like that's
Yeah.
literally what we're here for, you know, like
Right.
if you're just gonna be not caring, then don't come. Like
Exactly. It's like
And to be, it's not just old people who piss and shit themselves.
it's not. Trust me. I know.
Yessi, what was the thing? We're gonna have to get Nick a home care agent.
You do it once and it's all you're known for, you know?
Well, it's just something you're known for. It's not all you're known for. And maybe it's not a home care agent. You need a train care agent.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
well, I mean, at home, that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm holding the grudge against the nursing home because at home she's doing everything by herself now. Like I don't
Yeah.
have to take her a shower the way that I used to. Like I don't have to wipe her ass. Like she's doing it all on her own. She's like, no, I don't need help. I'm fine. Like I'm good. I'm gonna do it myself. I can do it. Like don't count me out yet. And I like that she's like that now, but like before it was very like hands on. So
You brought her
know.
back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just like, why and how
Yeah.
how did you, what did you guys do? Like you just didn't let her get up or at
Yeah.
all? Like I didn't really understand.
That's the thing about nursing homes that freaks me out so much. So this is my retirement plan. You know how people say you gotta save for retirement? All you need, you have like from the time you're an adult for the time you retire, you have 50 good years, not to save for retirement. You need to become friends with a younger person who will take care of you.
Correct.
That's my retirement plan. I need to befriend
Correct.
someone like 10 years younger than me who cares about me to a fault.
Exactly.
And then
Valid.
live with them.
Yes.
Like I want to pull the Jerry Stiller in King of Queens type of retirement.
Hell yeah. Yes.
Saving money.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
Like
right.
that?
Because people say like I remember talking to one dude, Pee Wee. He was like, I think he was telling me, he was like, you know, you got to work right now while you can, you know, have the money to rely on, so then when you're older you can't work, then you'll be set. And it's like, no, you have to blow that now. And then you garner sympathy at that point. Like, I can't get anybody to take care of me right now. You know, what the hell is that gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? It's like when a baby stops being cute, you know? They're not gonna, you stop picking up your kid in this grocery store at like,
well, you become cute again when you're older.
You become cute again when you're feeble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
My plan is to just die.
You work till you die, right?
Yeah.
I think there should be a societal option where you do retirement first.
100%.
Like from 18 to 38, you do whatever you want off the government dime.
And then you promise I'm going to work.
And then you promise I'm going to work till I die.
The rest. Yeah.
What I would do, I would kill myself.
I got it. I actually, you know what's funny is I actually just logged on to like the Social Security website, and you have to do like this whole like verify your identity thing with like actual pictures that you're taking of yourself and everything.
Dude,
and your ID.
yeah.
And they tell you like how many credits you have towards retirement, and it was like you're on the track to retire at 62, and I was like, baby, that's not. Baby, that's not gonna happen. I don't even think I'm gonna make it to 62.
Casey said some women's prisons are really nice. I was considering a crime spree as my retirement plan.
Yeah.
There you go, Casey.
Listen,
big happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Big happy Mother's Day to Casey in chat. The legend. We love you, Casey.
Isn't that Johnny Bravo did that, didn't he?
Johnny Bravo?
I think Johnny Bravo purposely got locked up in a woman's prison.
Wait, what? I don't remember that episode.
Johnny Bravo, that children's show about a sex addict.
Yeah, all I remember is him always saying "mama" and eating 5-alarm chili.
Mokubu said we need to bring life expectancy back to 30. That's what I'm talking about. If it was up to me, I would have died in childbirth.
Not opposed. I'm about to hit 30, so I'm not opposed to that.
Dying in childbirth has to be the most embarrassing way to go. You get back up to God, and he's like, you couldn't even make it a minute? You're already back?
You grew it, and you just died. What?
Like, the thing, how to get around your neck? Like, what? Like, I thought it's a pretty tight design.
You know what's funny is the patient that was next to me while in agonizing fucking pain was like, oh yeah, she's like in so much pain right now because she's had like 4 kids and she compared my bone pain to childbirth.
So you were sharing?
I felt very validated. I was like, yeah, see, give me more drugs right now.
Yeah, they should have given you the switch or whatever for the morphine. Like, just keep hitting the button.
So you shared a room with someone?
Yeah, I had to share a room with someone afterwards. Like,
did you
first
bond?
they give you. What happened?
Did you bond with them?
Did I bunk?
Bond, like, did you form a connection?
Bond.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we have like the same autoimmune disease.
Dude, that's small world. Did you guys like exchange socials? Not the security number you're talking. Is that where you were on the website? Never mind.
We didn't bond like the way that I wanted to, only because there was a curtain in between us. So yeah, I didn't really get to see her that much, but she did advocate for me. Like, she pressed the call button, like you get a call button when you're a patient.
You know, and
the patient care technician, which is my job, comes in and he's like, oh, did you press the call button? And I was like, no, I didn't. But she said like, yes, I did, because she's in a lot of pain, so go get the nurse. And I was like, fuck the nurse, give me the doctor. Like, I need the fucking meds.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be a nurse, so I'm not saying fuck the nurse in a bad way, you know? I'm just saying, like, go above, keep going. Like, I need the drug.
Yeah.
They just wanted to give me like, what was it called? They wanted to give me
Advil.
Tramadol.
You said Advil.
Advil, yes. They gave me that. They gave me Tylenol too, and I was I was like, baby, you know that my bone came out of the skin, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
did it actually?
It did, yeah.
No.
The angle that I posted the happy hump day was from this side. It came out on this side.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Did you touch
It
it?
was nasty. Huh?
Did you touch the bone?
I did, yeah.
Did it hurt like insane when you did, or?
It was just nasty. Like I just like
Oh my god.
rubbed my arm, like trying to feel like where the actual break was when I was on the floor after tripping.
Oh
And
no.
it was just like I wanted to puke. I was like, no. I gotta call 911. I
Yeah.
have fallen and I can't get up. Like, get me. Get.
Did no one come running towards you?
No, there was no, but like nothing.
It's a shame. You know what you said about a roommate in a hospital? It's getting so tough to meet people these days. That's why I keep going to traffic court.
Yeah.
I keep getting tickets and I walk up and they're going, it's all a racket.
Yeah. You thought this time would be different. You were like, I'm going to pick the person I relate to the most. and then it all fell off from there. Man, so true. I feel like I have like nightmares of like my body falling apart from the extremities, like losing parts of myself. So like I feel like if I had I've never had like a broken bone or like that, but like I can imagine like, you know what I mean? Like my instinct would be like I would be trying to do the karate chop thing. Like I probably couldn't.
Throw up and pass out.
Yeah, exactly. But like I would have this compulsion to be like, I need to like keep myself together. Like I would feel like I'm spilling out of myself, you know? Maybe I'm bleeding a lot. But like
from the pain that you feel when you break something, I promise you, no, you don't. You would not have a compulsion to touch it at all.
Yeah.
Bato, you are on the surface a weird guy. But then when you say your inner thoughts, you're so much weirder. You have constant nightmares.
I didn't say constant.
About your limbs.
I've had several nightmares where, yeah.
My nightmares are about being broke, but okay.
I always ask God that, why I was born handsome and not rich. But
I ask why I wasn't rich all the time. Like if something like really nothing, just you couldn't give me nothing.
I'll stop my senses. I'll stop my story as a sentence earlier. So is that where you had a creepy Riz moment?
No. We'll get to
this is the next topic.
No, we'll go to that later.
Okay.
I did an escape room today, and we did it. We beat the expert one with 2:45 left, so pretty good.
Who was we?
My mom and my two brothers.
Nice. When you say two brothers, you mean Jonathan?
Jonathan, yeah.
Nice.
So anyway, I was thinking, wouldn't it be interesting or fun if you go do an escape room by yourself, and then you circle back and do it with friends, and you look like the smartest dude in the world when you do it with them, or with a date or something? That would be amazing. Would you? I don't trust myself to play it naturally cool. I feel like I would do it in such an unrealistic, memorized manner. They would be like, okay, you fucking did this already.
Yeah. I don't think that you. I feel like you have 7 deadly sins. Yours is pride. I feel like you would be too egotistical. Like you would have to let everyone know how smart you were.
I would be like, it's over here, idiot.
Yeah. You'd be like, come on.
Well, that's the thing.
I would do it subtly. I would be like, oh, like maybe there's a clue over there.
Yeah. You have to let people think that it's their idea. And then at the end, look at you like the facility.
You said I have too much pride.
Yeah.
I would just be...
You'd be like, all right, here. Now we go. Keep up. Now we go here. This part. Well, that's going to probably unlock something over there. So come on, guys. This is your first day.
But then I was thinking, I could never work at an escape room. You know why? I think I'd be good at introducing. I'd kill that part. I'd be good at setting the stuff up. Like, that's fine. I could not watch people curiously find their way out. I would beep in every second with the microphone and be like, Ron.
Yeah. Cold. You're getting colder. You're getting colder.
I would just, because I do this with my opinions and my views too. As soon as I come to the right opinion, like years of work and learning new information and empathizing with people, and then settling on an opinion I think is right. As soon as I come to that, I immediately judge everyone who isn't there yet.
That's I feel like I'm on that side. I feel like that's smart.
Like, no, that's not right to think, you fucking idiot. You know?
I like Casey's point that Casey wants to get her money's worth. She doesn't want to race the clock. She wants to feel like we did it perfectly using almost all the time and solve it. And I like that because I like the aspect of finding all the little details in it. You know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like maybe there are some things to like mislead you sometimes, and you could explore like a different way, or maybe there's a couple ways to the end.
I think there should be no time limit. And I think
You should be. They would lock you in there.
I think
until...
the fine print should be the only people guaranteed to get in are the first.
Yeah.
Because they can have the right to stay there the whole time.
Yeah.
So for me, the only escape room I did was in California, and I feel like everybody just thinks that people in California are just airheads because it was really easy. Like, like it was really obvious. So it was like I need a little bit of harder one or something. Because when I went, it was just like the subtle hint was like something about a book, and I was like, oh, there's a giant book right there. Gee, you know. Dude. So it wasn't fun. It wasn't like panic fun, you know, like where you're like trying to figure it out like at the last minute. Let's see if anybody gets it, and then boom, we get it. But it was like we had 30 minutes and we did it in 15. So I feel like it was like
the higher intellect.
When you're just dumb, like
no, the geniuses are on the East Coast. We already knew that.
Correct.
The Californian escape room is a giant red arrow pointing to a doorknob.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to do an escape room now.
We should all do one.
Pull up. You know what? Let's do the one I just did. I'll tell you guys I didn't do it yet.
We're gonna do a different one. We're gonna do a different one, quote unquote.
I'm with it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I have a beef with Amazon Video. You get nostalgic sometimes. You want to watch something you watched as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, you have that inkling. Not even because you like the thing that much. You just want to feel like you were a kid again. Well, I wanted to watch this softcore porn movie called The Hills Have Thighs.
Classic.
I remember watching this as a kid. Everyone, you say you don't. Everyone remembers as a kid having HBO. You have the picture-in-picture, so if anyone comes in the room, you can just exit out quickly. You know,
you always had that channel return on Cartoon Network or something. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. That was the tech. Yeah.
So I found it on Amazon Video.
No way.
I found The Hills Have Eyes, and I found Escape from Planet Pleasure. Okay.
And actually, and I'm gonna say this in solidarity. We all know what The Hills Have Thighs is. Okay, this is Skinemax on Amazon Prime now. We all remember Skinemax. It was like Saturday. It's like Nick at Night. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cinemax at Night was Skinemax.
Yeah.
So it's like, what'd you say? The Hills Have Thighs.
Yes.
Tarzina, Jiggle in the Jungle.
I don't remember that one.
The Devil Wears Nada.
Okay, that's good.
You never seen those?
No.
Okay.
Apparently, so basically,
neither.
The reason I'm saying this, I wasn't watching it in a horny way. I was watching it. I was looking for it in the way I would look for like Rocco's Modern Life. You know, like. Oh, this takes me back. So anyway. You know what they do though? Do you know what Prime Video does?
What?
They have the movie. They remove the sex scenes. They only have the in-between scenes.
It's the plot.
It's the plot. It's a bunch of porn stars who can't act doing like narrative fiction. And then when
they just blocked the scene, like they just took them out, or
they're
they
very
like...
noticeable cuts. Like they'll start to like get closer to each other, then bam, cut to the next.
No shot.
It's insane, bro. I paid $3 for it.
Oh
Thank God it was only
want you
$3.
to
I
have a
would have
good
paid $20.
my.
They didn't want you to have a good time.
No, because I guess they have a. I mean, you should have some disclaimer of that, though.
No, you cannot censor. And when I say censor, I mean totally compromise the media without some sort of disclaimer.
I should have noticed something when the entire movie was 24 minutes long. I was like, oh, this must have... I remember this being longer as a kid.
Oh my god, dude. Shout out to Extra. West Coast versus East Coast. I see legends on both sides. Shout out Extra, West Coast legend. Jer, let us know if you can relate.
What's going on, though? Why is... Like, there's so much explicit content out there. Why is a softcore porn where they draw the line?
Yeah.
You know? Like, Game of Thrones is just as...
Game of Thrones is softcore porn.
Yeah.
Some of it, right?
You know?
I agree.
It's real sick shit.
Jer's gonna plead the fifth. Respect. Respect, Jer.
This is interesting because
I always think of the scene where they push the little kid out the fucking tower. Like,
Yeah.
Kiwi says she's a Zoomer, so she doesn't know what we're referencing. I guess that's something lost with the generation that had iPads and shit in their room. They never had
totally
to do
lost.
the guerrilla porn hunting.
Never gorilla porn hunting. No.
And that was a skill, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There was something to that. Luckily, my grandpa's house, because he's the one who had HBO. Luckily, his house was very creaky. So I had like a 30-second warning.
You had like traps set up.
Yeah.
Right.
Traps.
Yeah. You had like a surveillance squad.
I was tripping my grandpa.
my thing is, I was deaf even as a little kid, so I always had that shit on mute. So whenever like I would hear the door open, I had that like 30-second, okay, I can switch it, and it doesn't even matter because it's on mute.
Yeah.
Mute though, you don't get the full experience. I mean, I get it.
No.
You lose so much. It's not like audio with or video without audio is less than 50% of the experience. It's a big loss.
And you know what I never appreciated as a kid that I got to appreciate last night? The plot.
And it was a little scary.
Yeah.
It was sort of a reimagining of the horror movie.
What other movie could you do that where you post a movie but half the scenes are out and you charge money for it?
How much was it?
$3. That's a nice tea. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what's sick though? I would have paid like $50. I was so ecstatic to find it. Thank God it was only $3.
My old fucking soft porn movie. I'm gonna pay 50.
What'd you say? Tarzini, Jiggle in the Jungle?
Yeah, you gotta look that one
Was
up.
that? You think it's on Amazon?
It's a shot.
You know what should have been another giveaway? Had a 10 stars, it had a 1-star rating. And I was just thinking like a bunch of like Christian moms like nerfed the score. But it was really just people like me.
It was genuinely
genuine disgust.
These are genuine grievances. They just want your money.
They just want your money.
They're putting the softcore porn just plot only. Truth. Let us know in chat. Truth. I don't know if you were here, if you caught the whole grievance. Nick spent some money on a softcore porn. They edited out all the sex scenes. All the sex.
What if I showed up to traffic court, my next court day, and I said, "Hey, yeah, what's with these softcore porn?"
Yeah, and everyone.
Would I lose the room?
Yeah. The judge is like, the fines are not flexible. Just like you we'll call it even because you killed my softcore porn, you and your government incompetence. Oh man.
You know what I think's a really important, a really attractive quality when looking for a partner? That I think I don't think people talk about this enough. I like when someone hates a few good people for no good reason.
Yeah.
I love that. That is so hot to me. If I find out someone, like a woman who I find attractive, if she hates someone that other people are like, how could you hate that guy? He's the nicest guy in the world. If she's like, fuck him, that is so great.
Yeah.
Not even a good reason.
You got opinions, girl.
Yeah, exactly. You think for yourself.
You stand for something. Hell yes. Germ
said, as someone who's married to a Latina, I know exactly what you mean.
I'm not even gonna hate on that. That's really valid.
He said, I hate some people just because they're ugly. I mean, that's fair. If someone, not, for me, it's not ugly. Sometimes a face just pisses me off, Well,
who do you hate like that?
Whose face do I not
You don't like Ryan Reynolds like that?
I don't like, that's the initial reason I hated Lin-Manuel. I started at his face and then tried to come up with logical reasons why I hated him. Okay. But it started with his face.
It was a thought experiment.
What's funny is I got influenced on that, like by Nikki. I was just like, you know what? I don't like you either now.
You know what was crazy is that a little after that he did the season of Curb Your Enthusiasm where he played a jerk, right? Yeah. And it was very easy to be like, okay, this is how he is in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I hate him for a good reason. This guy sucks.
I feel like I turned the tide. I feel like I started it. He's generally disliked now. I feel like it started with me.
Yeah.
Because I remember back in the day when he was tweeting his fucking nursery rhymes.
Dude.
I'd be like, you're an adult. Stop this.
That's why we have the emote over here.
The Lin-Manuel emote.
The Lin-Manuel emote. That is me doing the Lin-Manuel face right there in Twitch chat.
Who's a guy you hate just because their face?
Just because their face? I'm trying to think of just someone I hate. Well, I can think of people that I just like hate for like one like passive like I hate Vince Staples because I think he has the shittiest anime takes.
Oh, okay.
I hate.
But he could be a good dude still.
No, he couldn't. He's a miserable scoundrel.
He couldn't possibly be a good dude.
There's no way. Where's his barometer? Like his moral barometer? I can't trust anything he says.
Yeah. See, who's someone whose face you hate?
Somebody whose face I hate? Okay, the only person I can think of is the ugly lady from Matilda that fucking gave him the big ass cake. That's the only person I can think of.
And you've been holding on to that. That movie's 30 years old.
I just remember feeling like, oh, that lady's evil in real life. Like, I know this is a movie, but she evil in real life.
You can tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of ugly faces and hot people, I feel like the shallow Hal theory is almost never true. I feel like most beautiful people are absolutely delightful to talk to. Because they have very easy lives, like the stunningly beautiful. They're not usually mean.
So you're saying they're not very like the lack of cynicism makes it.
Yeah.
I think that you guys are men. Because women, oh my god, like especially in healthcare, I'm like, okay, why are all the mean girls? Like, it's really true when they say all the mean girls are in nursing. Because like, I'm like, why are you just an evil human being and you're in charge of taking care of people? Like,
I feel like that is a one of the truer stereotypes.
Yeah, and they're pretty. Like, I'm not even gonna, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, you're hot. I want to sleep with you, but I don't like you.
No one agrees with my take.
Why are you just so evil? Like, what? Like, you would think, like, okay, you're pretty, like you had an easygoing life because of the pretty privilege. No, you're just an evil fucking person for no reason. Like, why? You have not had a hard life. Like,
okay, so. People have completely disagreed with what I said.
And the chat is we got a new person, Jason Schwartzman from Madrogo. What a POS.
What a piece,
just based on the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
We see the vision. Good. That's a good one, Madrogo. That's so funny. Germ said it was as a Starbucks barista. Boom.
As a Starbucks barista.
A lot of mean, beautiful people.
All right. Maybe Shallow Hal had a point. Maybe Shallow Hal was a progressive movie that you could release today.
What?
I didn't fuck with Starbucks before that. Before the whole boycott thing, I didn't really fuck with Starbucks, so I can't really understand that.
Yeah, Starbucks ain't it.
Shallow Hal was maybe even more ableist than sexist. Weren't they making fun of that guy walking on his hands all the time?
They weren't. I don't know.
Was that Shallow Hal or a different movie?
They presented him walking on his hands as if that was physically unattractive, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I'm also Latin, so I don't know who Shallow Hal is.
Oh, it's the Jack. It's the Jack Black movie where he's dating Gwyneth Paltrow, and in actuality, she's like a 400-pound woman, but because she's such a nice person, he is under a spell where he sees inner beauty before he sees outer beauty. So to him, she's really thin and beautiful, but in actuality,
conventionally attractive.
Yeah, as opposed to fat and beautiful, which
Never thought,
they were not angling that. It's so there was a good message at the end, like everyone's beautiful how they are, but the way to get there.
Yeah, it's
in the same way I think Chuck and Larry has a good conclusion that had a very
Okay, I'm white enough to have seen Chuck and Larry.
Whereas I think
loved it.
It's great. It's great. Yeah. I got the Chuck and Larry pass from my brother. He said I could watch it.
The Chuck and Larry pass?
Because it's like 85 minutes of homophobic stereotypes. And then at the end, it's an earnest plea to be more open-hearted.
It was full of,
Yeah.
But I still loved it. Like, I feel like I was gay before I even knew I was gay. Because I fucking loved that movie. I was like, what? They're gonna fucking pretend that they're gay? Okay, let's do it. Let's get him married.
Do you ever get a Chick-fil-A pass from a gay person?
No.
Before you eat there, you gotta ask a gay dude if it's all right.
Every time?
No, you get just once.
Just once.
You have to, because you know what? The gays are weak. They all like Chick-fil-A. None of them draw the line at Chick-fil-A. They might have other convictions. That one doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. I had Chick-fil-A yesterday. It's funny. I'm gonna tell this joke every single time. I remember coming home one day, going to when I lived with my dad's house, with my dad. He literally saw me come home with a bag of Chick-fil-A and was like, "Aren't you a faggot?" And I was like, "Yes, why?" "Oh, they put your kind of people in concentration camps." And I was like, "Concentration camp? What are you talking about? You mean..."
Yeah, the chickens.
You mean conversion camp? Yeah. I'm that gay person that will go to Chick-fil-A on a Saturday.
Well, I feel like gay people at Chick-fil-A is kind of like how if everybody recycled in their home, it really wouldn't make a dent in the real thing, because it's like corporations and stuff are like making so much waste that it's like a drop in the pan. Everyone should still recycle, but
I also you say you're the gay person who will go to Chick-fil-A. I never met a gay person who doesn't go.
Who doesn't?
It's not like the people in there are homophobic. Well, in the South, they probably are. You know, Southern hospitality is a real thing. You ever been to the South? They are so nice to me. But you could see it in their eyes when they have to deal with a minority. They're still very nice, but you could see it behind their eyes. Every slur is churning in their head. They want to say it so bad,
dude.
But they're so good at being nice.
They're fantastic.
They were nice in the South because they would like open doors and be like, "Have a good day," but they were not nice because I was brown when I was in the South, and it was like, I don't know about that girl, and I was like, all right, well, I
Oh,
didn't do anything.
I always like I talk as if my experience is the human experience,
Yeah.
but it's not.
That's
What do you mean?
valid.
It's relatable, I'm sure. To 3 people. No.
You know what? You know what thing we struggle with as white guys. You know what we have to deal with? We have to deal with other white guys assuming we're on their side when they're being racist. Like,
Yeah.
I remember I was at a bar once and they put the football game on. It was this past season, and the guy goes, huh, "I haven't watched the Jets in so long," and I went, "Oh, is it because Aaron Rodgers got hurt? He got hurt in week 1, and this was like months later." And he went, "No, ever since all this Black Lives Matter shit." And I was like, "Oh man, why did you feel comfortable saying that to me? I don't agree with you. You know what I mean? That's happened to you, right?
Yeah, it's crazy how racist people assume that
Every other white person
any white
yeah.
person would be on board with supremacy.
They do, because I'm white passing, so they still do the same thing with me. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, like look at this fucking guy, like this fucking spick," and I'm like, "What do you?"
They say that to you?
They do. They'll say spick, or they'll say like wetback, and I'm like, "Oh well, I'm a wetback too." Like
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God.
Don't assume that I'm just white and I'm gonna agree with you. Don't do that.
The confidence though, you know what, they're maybe they're right to be that confident because we done a lot of shit. Like with lockstep with each other.
What are you talking about?
Like white people as a whole. We usually
Yeah.
It's been mob mentality.
we usually do rock with each other.
Yeah.
They just assume that you're all fucking racist too.
Yeah. Truth chiming in has another contribution as Pete Davidson's face. That's a good one too. Truth.
Yeah, I think Pete Davidson.
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I never understood why he got so many women besides the whole, long dick type thing, but it was like you still gotta look at that in bed. So it's like he looks half dead.
That's the thing. I hate when you point out that he looks like he's sick or he has suds.
Yes.
Or,
Yeah, he has the suds. Yeah,
people go, "Oh,
looks
he
like
has."
he's sick.
But then people go, "He
Like,
has
what the hell?
Crohn's disease," and like.
What is Crohn's disease? I never see someone with Crohn's. Mr. Beast has Crohn's disease. He doesn't look like that, right?
Also, Crohn's disease, I don't think is a terminal illness, right?
No,
It's
you just go to the bathroom.
Something you deal with, yeah.
Crohn's disease, I think it's like where you can't handle gluten and stuff like that. Like I've had a friend that had that and they couldn't eat like spicy food or gluten and stuff like that. I think it's like you just can't process it.
So he's doing it to himself, basically.
Yeah.
He probably can't stop eating spicy food. Then it's our problem.
Yeah, he's always like in that scene from Along Came Polly. That's what Crohn's disease is. It's like you constantly going. He's like sweating after.
That's kind of like when.
Kind of like lactose intolerant people.
Yeah, like you can't say that's the reason your face looks like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's a quantum leap.
I agree.
Or it's like when Jada Pinkett Smith said alopecia was a disability. I mean, it's unfortunate to deal with, I guess. It doesn't. Does it disable you from doing anything though? You just don't have hair.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wait, what?
That's a disorder, right? That's not a disability.
Yeah.
I always thought alopecia was always like something that happened when like you pulled your hair back too tight.
Is that really what it is? No, because they lose their eyebrows too, right?
Oh.
I think so.
I think
I think I've seen.
I just started my career in healthcare. Don't come for me.
That is a funny diagnosis, though.
You're disabled.
You tell them stop pulling their hair back.
Yeah, we got the cure.
Yeah, because I've always seen like Latinas with like that tight ass bun where they like fucking pull that shit all the way. And they're always like, yeah, I got alopecia. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's just because your hair tight is too tight.
That's a really funny.
Is alopecia just an accountability problem? Like, yeah, I pulled my hair out.
I pulled my hair out. I'm gonna look it up really quick.
Oh my gosh. Alopecia. Disabled from growing hair. Do you...
Oh, it doesn't really explain anything. It just says hair loss from the scalp or elsewhere on the body. It doesn't really say anything like what the cause.
Do you think it was like bald people trying to generate some sort of new cover, new sympathy garner, and then they abandoned it. It was aborted, mission aborted, and now it's just been lost in translation. What it is now has like a new meaning.
It said another word for hair loss.
Because then that is a good. No one can make fun of you if you wrap it as a disability.
Correct. Yeah. Because I feel like maybe it's like maybe bald people face some hardship that they needed out. It's like people used to say, "Oh, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, right?" No one says that anymore. People wear glasses when they can see fine now. You know, we've grown beyond that.
Yours don't even have a lens in them.
I got LASIK a dog's age ago. Oh my god.
I'm terrified. I'm terrified of LASIK. They talk about so many bad things that happen after it. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna
keep I know someone that got it. Totally worked fine in one eye. The other eye, they were blind for 3 weeks. It ended up being fine. It healed up and they could see perfectly after 3 weeks, blind in one eye, not knowing if it was gonna come back.
That's something.
Oh.
Did they tell them beforehand that might happen?
It's in the fine print. That's probably something... You know what I mean? Like crazy.
I don't like going through minor inconveniences, even if the payoff is outstanding. So if someone said you might be blind for 3 weeks, I would really have to think about whether I want better vision or not.
I'm okay with glasses.
Yeah, glasses are
fine. I feel like glasses hide the bags under my eyes sometimes too. Like if I get the big lenses, you know, like.
And when you're disgusted, you could take glasses off. That's always a good thing. Yeah,
it's good for physical comedy. I can do so much with it.
Speaking of appropriating terms, I feel like Father's Day is the all lives matter of parental holidays.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, you know what I learned today?
What?
That Mother's Day is the only one that has a universal date in every country.
Oh, okay.
Father's Day, they always do it.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well, so can you just like not like don't
cooked immediately?
No, it doesn't. Dominican Mother's Day is another day. Colombian Mother's Day is another day.
We're trying to shit on dads, Yessi. Like we can sacrifice the facts.
I was raised by a single dad. I can't do that.
Okay, yeah.
The one fucking guest.
It's the one theme of the show.
Like my mom is in my life now. Like she's one of my friends now. But like before, no. Like I would not. I would be like, no, we're not doing that.
We've had like
it's mostly universal.
We had like 40 straight guests who hate
40 straight guests who hate on dad.
So wait, so then Father's Day is like different everywhere?
Everywhere, a lot, yeah.
Well, I think Mother's Day was established because everyone agreed the mother contribution to life is ridiculously more important. Right. So they honored them, and then a bunch of men were like, "What about us? What about us?"
Well, here's where, like, my mom told me this today, so I know that in Italy and Venezuela and America it's the same day.
Okay.
And wherever else, I don't know. I don't know how much you researched, but I know that Father's Day in like every country in Europe is different, and then like I don't know here. So
so you only because you were saying you only think white countries are important. That's what you're doing.
Just said like Venezuela too. You jerk off. Yeah, like I just said you hate women.
No, I don't.
So why are you dismissing my mom's contribution to the pod tonight?
That was good.
Yeah.
I will say, I really hope my mom doesn't hear this because I'm in her house right now. But she had to have 40 stitches up there when she gave birth. So I was like, I don't blame you. I would hate you too.
Oh,
holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I was like, all right. I understand why you just gave me to my dad and just called it a day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We understand. And Yessi, we actually just got raided by Void. Thank you so much, Void, for coming through with the raid. Let me hook Void up with the shout out. Thank you so much, dude, for coming through. Let us know what you were up to. Hope you had a great stream. And thank you everybody for Void coming through. We're here with the legend Yessi tonight. If you want to get to know her, you can throw her the follow on Twitter. Please, 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 with this guest command. I'll check you out. Thank you so much for the raid, Void.
So I want to talk about, I feel like as we got more progressive as a society, it really hurt, hold on.
Casey just said in chat, you all see Nick's head, right? I earned my beautiful brunch, LOL. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm gonna pin that chat.
You know what's crazy? I have so much hair if I had a regular sized head.
Weave out of it, I'll wear it.
So I feel like what I was saying, I feel like as we got more progressive as a society, it made rap beefs like weirder and more uncomfortable, because back in the day, if rappers were beefing, they would just find creative ways to call each other gay. Like Nas said to Jay-Z, "Gay-Z and Cockafella Records." Oh, that's kind of funny, you know?
I agree, because Metro fucking posted that one picture of Drake where he was wearing like an oversized sweater and like really tight pants, and he was like, "You're zesty," and I was like, okay, it's like, so what if he's gay? That's not the point. The point is he's dead. He's brain dead. Like, go for that. Like,
but now these dudes beefing, and they know they can't, like Kendrick and Drake are smart enough where they can't trade homophobic bars back and forth. So now they're doing this weird thing where they're just trying to decide who treats women better. Like Drake's like, "You're a wife beater, Kendrick." Then Kendrick's like, "You're a sex trafficker who molests children." And I'd rather they just call each other gay. This is way darker and more uncomfortable.
Yeah, this is morbid. Yeah.
Now is a place like Jay-Z and Nas are friends now. You can't be friends after you call someone a pedophile to the whole world.
Yeah.
There's no 10 years from now, they're not gonna make a song together the way Jay-Z and Nas did. You know, hey man. Like if it's two 4-year-olds, like, "Hey, remember we called each other gay? That was ridiculous. You want to be friends?" How do you do that? "Hey man, remember when I smeared you and said you beat your wife?" I was just kidding.
That was funny, right? You're still my friend, right? You still know that was a joke.
Oh my god, dude!
It just went to such a dark place.
Yeah. This is it's dangerous hatred.
It's dangerous. I feel like someone might die. You're not even up to date. You don't even know what's going on. You're off the grid, Bato.
It's none of my business. Like... Yeah, I'll do my own. I got my own thing.
You got your own beefs.
Yeah, I get enough thrills out of everyday life. I don't need this.
Oh my god, another raid.
The back-to-back raid. Okay, Blazing Aura now raid. Thank you so much, Gobi, for coming through. The raid is on. Shout out Demon. Shout out to Gobi. Thank you guys for coming through. Let me hook you up with the shout out. Thank you so much. Gobi, I hope the stream was incredible. We're into it right now with Yessi. NickyBato time. Everybody please follow Void and follow Blazing Aura. Two legends. Oh, some Baldur's Gate. Hell yes. The topics, we're on a whirlwind right now, Demon. We were just talking about how beef has just gotten
grotesque.
It's you like know who I want to see in some beef? I want to see Nicki and Lin-Manuel in some beef.
We want to see, yeah. What would those diss tracks be like? You should just put one out.
He would win, though.
What do you mean he would win?
Because
I only wanted to see it because I would feel like Lin-Manuel would just be like rapping about like bats and cats and yachts. Like
this guy Nick is sick.
I don't think he would have like any like actual substance.
Yessi, have you ever had an intense back and forth hatred with someone?
Back and forth hatred with someone besides my mom. No, I don't think so.
You're that well liked, huh?
Yeah, I think like between my parents, other than my parents, no, I don't think I've ever had any like back and forth like we're dissing each other and type shit.
Have you, Bottle? You ever been in some intense beef?
Not off the top of my head. No, I don't know.
You know,
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
You know what I tend to do?
It.
I tend to make small arguments worse.
Like that. The Misha's outside. You blow them up.
I try to win.
You make a.
I don't try to.
Like, I think the most beef I've ever had was like 6th grade orientation when this one woman was, well, she's a girl at that. She was like just picking up. She was just picking on one of my friends. That's like still to this day, from 6th grade to now, she's still like 4'11", and I just stood up and I was like, "Why don't you pick on somebody your own size?" She was like, "I'll meet you after school." I was like, "Okay, fine, that's cool." Met her after school. There was nobody there, so I was like, "Okay, that's like probably the most beef I've ever had, where it was just like standing up for my friend." But that's about it.
That's pure though. That's sweet. And aren't you like 6'1"?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't in 6th grade.
You're the actual height that a lot of my friends say they are when they're clearly like 5'10".
That was so funny.
You're not talking about me. I've never said I was 6'1". Also, yes, you're taller than me. Nick, okay.
Okay.
This is the thing: is that Nick in his head thinks that we're the same height.
We are.
We're not. It's not even close. It is distinct. It's distinguishedly. I'm like 6 foot even, and Nick calls me 5'9", 5'10" as a thing, but he doesn't understand that if I'm 5'10", then he's like 5'8", 5'7".
My license says 5'7".
You know what? It does.
I think they're wrong.
How did you even let that happen?
I don't know.
Tell them how tall you are. They don't measure you.
They don't measure you?
No.
Why would I say 5'7"?
I don't know why you would. But you always had a gripe where you said 5, or is it 5'9" is the worst height? I forget.
The worst height is...
You know I'm 6'1" because women don't lie about their height.
Exactly.
There's no reason. I don't think either of us have any reason to lie about our height either. But I've never said I wasn't 6 foot even.
5'8's the worst height because up till that you're like a short king, and after that you're normal height.
Okay, so that's where my point is that you just said some of my friends would say I'm 6'1" when really they're 5'10".
Well,
there's no way I'm 5'10", and if I was 5'10", you would be at exactly 5'8".
Well, I think you're 5'11". I'm not giving you 6 feet. It's ridiculous. What are you, Michael Jordan? You're not 6 feet tall.
I never have ever brought up height as a flex. I don't understand how it like has turned into that. I've just answered a question. And also 6 foot is not really tall. Like 6 foot is not really tall, I don't think. I think like 6'3" is when people are like, "Oh, that's a big dude."
Yessi would tower over you.
Put some heels on and then I'll be tall.
Well,
do you ever wear heels as a 6'1" woman?
No, I wore heels to my cousin's wedding, and that was about it. But because it was a wedding, but I don't wear heels to like go out or anything. As you can see, I'm a fall risk. So
I was gonna say the risk that comes with being tall.
Like, you know what's crazy is right before I broke my right arm, I had just taken off the fucking, what's it called? The splint? No, it's not a splint. The brace. I had just taken off the brace because I sprained my left wrist right before this. So it was like back-to-back injuries. And I was like, all right, like I'm not gonna move. Like I'm not getting up. I'm clearly a big and I had fallen before that too. So it's like, no, I'm just a klutz. Like the height, everybody wants the height, and it's like, okay, but like
it's terrible.
The taller you are, the harder you fall.
Yeah. Plus,
that's profound.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
Plus, the harder your heart works to, pump blood
Yeah.
all the way up.
Yep.
It's messed up. That's
You
why all
have-
the tall people die.
Well, they're like
You're
really
more
tall.
at risk.
Well,
for,
yeah,
like,
but it's got to be some scale.
Truth said, as a black man in the South, beef is a way of life. Hit us with some beef, Truth.
We need to hear
We
this.
need to hear
Truth.
some-
Hell yeah! Let
He
us
said
know.
suburban kids don't fight; they just spread rumors. Suburban
they
kids,
just tell on each other.
they're pussy. Yeah. Bato, what were you gonna say about Neo?
Did Neo age well? His songs,
Like what in particular?
like Miss Independent, because it's
Oh,
not
Neo.
Neo. Yeah, because a lot of it is not through the lens of praising an independent woman just for being an independent woman. It's through the lens of I don't have to take care of her.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking
I
about.
don't-
You know what I mean? He's like,
I don't think they age well because a lot of men are like, "What do you bring to the table?"
Yeah, he started that.
he started
no.
because he was like, he's like, there's something about a woman that don't even need my help, right? They're like, there's something about her. He's like saying she makes him proud and stuff. Like,
It's a very paternal view.
it's very yeah.
Can you pull up the lyrics?
Yeah, sure.
I
Let's
think
do it.
whenever I've gotten that question, I've always been like,
You
"I
are.
am the table. I am the table, babe.
You are the table. Yeah.
I am the table."
I think
What do you
anyone.
bring to the table?
I think anyone who asks what do you bring to the table, or anyone who describes people as high quality or low quality, should literally just be shot in the head. Like they
Yeah.
have no purpose in this world. They fundamentally miss the human experience. You know that guy Myron Gaines?
No.
You know the Fresh and Fit podcast guy?
Sorry.
He only had,
I've heard of it, but I really
he has
I
like
don't know.
like college age OnlyFans women on and just
Oh yes,
berates them.
yeah. Okay.
Like, what is that?
Yeah.
You know?
I've
That
heard of somebody that does that, but I don't know of him.
Is that the one where it's I don't know, it's always some creep on like a little table and
Yeah, some creep in their mid-30s just
Yeah.
berating like young women who are just trying to get their textbooks paid for.
Like they're just rating people.
They just like mock OnlyFans as a concept. It's like literally their only fucking topic every fucking episode. But what I was gonna say is I think that's probably the lowest form of making money. I'd rather be a war criminal than be a misogynistic podcast guy.
Yeah, I think I would too.
You know what they say? They actually say NickyBato is the most feminist podcast out there.
correct.
They say it is the most feminist out of podcasts that are run by two white guys.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here from the mouth of the guy receiving the compliment.
The titular character has just here's the lyrics
They are
in
white
question.
Latinas that are-
There we go. Oh, so sexy about kind of women that don't even need my help. It's just stuff like this. I look at her and it makes me proud. There's like a funny part right here where he kind of like goes a little higher and he's like, and her bills are paid on time. That's it's kind of fun. It's kind of funny.
yeah,
it's
but
funny,
it's-
but like the whole thing.
It's such a
I think
tell.
if it was made today, it would be like she got auto paid. Like
Isn't it kind of a tell of who he normally goes after though? It would be like financially unstable people who need
Yeah.
like you know what I mean?
He's
Like that-
he's
his-
been after Miss Dependent his whole life.
we don't want no scrubs.
So yeah, I mean,
I don't like the song No Scrubs
me neither.
because their examples are a guy without a car, that's cool, or someone who lives with their mom, that's also cool.
I gotta tell you something. I just think the song. I never even listened to it the whole way through. I think it sounds terrible. I don't even like that song.
You're crazy. That's a cool song.
No.
You know what's crazy? I've never heard no scrub with Left Eye's version on it.
Okay, I was just saying this. Like we're witnessing the erasure of Left Eye in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radio acts like it doesn't exist.
What it is.
The version on Spotify doesn't have her verse. I don't know what it is. I don't know
I
if
don't
they had
either.
a falling out and TLC is scrubbing Left Eye from their legacy. You can't do that. You'd have to call yourself TC.
TC. Yeah. Nobody likes that.
Everyone
No,
groaned
sis.
at that. There was a lot of rap songs back in the day about women being independent. What a big deal it was.
Yeah.
So, but it was never from a feminist angle. You know what?
got her own.
He's getting diddied too, Neo.
I remember that
There's
video.
some weird sex stuff about him.
Yeah. There was a video like it was his partner or like baby mother like sunning him, right? On video.
Yeah.
And he's just like standing there in like a Demon Slayer shirt playing Tekken 8 ranked. And he was just like, she's just like going in on him saying he has prostitutes in the house and like while his kids are in there too. And like, I don't know.
There's a video of Neo with prostitutes around his kid. You know what? There also is a video of Neo of saying your name.
There
so
is.
You're forever associated with Neo. If he goes down, you go down too.
That's true. He did make me a personalized
He
video.
did. He sent Sabato a personalized video.
Yeah.
That's your
I didn't
boy.
know.
You didn't know that was going on?
I have just the video. I just work with the guy. I tried to introduce him to some nice people. He made a fool of himself. That's it. I am not. I'm
follow celebrities. So like the only reason why I was caught up on the Kendrick and Drake beef was because of Twitter. Like I don't follow celebrities or anything.
There did seem something inorganic with how much the Kendrick Drake beef was talked about, right?
Yeah.
I'm not one of those the
But, like,
government's trying to
I literally-
distract you people, but that was insane how much people were talking about it.
like everybody was talking about it, and I was like, okay, wait, let me find it.
absolutely planted.
You know what I don't like in that Neo song, So Sick?
Let's get
Where
into it.
he talks about a love song being on the radio. I hate in songs when there's a song in the song. I don't tell you what the fucking song is, you know?
Yeah.
It's really, you don't know what I'm talking about, but this is always a pet peeve of mine. When there's a fake song within the song.
Like they were listening to something. Yeah, but there never is. What was I listening to?
Same with the Monster Mash. He says they were playing the Monster Mash. So what the fuck is the Monster Mash? Were they playing the song?
Smash.
Were they playing the song that you're singing right now? Is this like an infinite time loop? Or does no one know what the Monster Mash is? They played the Monster Mash. So the song we hear is not the Monster
And then
Mash.
you don't like the Macarena either?
Does the Macarena?
They just literally just talk about the Macarena.
But I think the Macarena is. So the Macarena is the Macarena though, right? No, because in the Monster Mash, they're saying they played the Monster Mash.
In the Macarena, you're not like they put on the Macarena.
So the song "The Monster Mash" is about a guy listening to the Monster Mash.
Yeah.
So nobody's ever actually heard the Monster Mash.
Never actually heard it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, the one thing Neo got right, every one of his songs, he always starts out by just like humming or like doing the beat of the song.
That is good.
As soon as you do that,
there's some confidence.
That's a good.
in that. Yeah.
That song has juice.
Yeah,
because he's
like
like
that is true.
do.
Yeah,
like
no, you're
yeah,
right.
insane.
So sick of
Yeah. Ooh.
What is Sexy Love even about? It's about a woman he would otherwise have nothing to do with, but he's
Never
like,
heard the
"What's
song."
sexy
There's
love?"
also the one where he likes that he thinks she's sexy when she's mad. And I think the song is about how he makes her mad on purpose.
Neo's also
I never heard that song.
he also ran back Miss Independent Part 2, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think there's like
Neither.
So the what we're saying is the signs were always there about
the
Neo.
signs were there.
That
Yeah,
we
this
messed
is
up,
this
yeah.
is tough.
He
This
was
is
hiding in
tough.
plain sight.
Hidden in plain sight. Yeah.
You know what they said to me at the bar last night? They
You went to
said,
the bar?
yeah, my friend said, Nick, you get away with murder. I said, what do you mean? And they said, the way you riz up girls, I cannot believe. They said, you know what they said? They said, I'm the human resources meme, except it's reversed. Like, it said somehow you're not getting human resources called on you.
Stop, dude. Oh my god.
Is that true?
Listen, Nikki is good at rizzing up girls, so I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Someone said you're like the Trump meme where he said I could stand in Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and I wouldn't lose a single voter. They're like, you could basically say whatever you want and get away with it.
Like Homelander at the end of The Boys.
Yeah. Oh, that's really funny. Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know about all that.
Human resources.
The human resources guy is.
They said I would be the guy who she's like, oh, that's so sweet. When you would expect me to be human resourced, which that's also kind of an insult to say.
That is mean.
Yeah, that's a mean thing to say.
Oh my god.
One question I've been dying to ask you guys is how did you guys become friends?
I tell you exactly how. 8th grade math class, I was singing My Life by The Game featuring Lil Wayne. And Sabato turned around and started mouthing it too. It sounds gay when you put it like that. It probably was.
That's a real ass friendship. I see why y'all been friends.
I was singing in the back of the class. I was going, and I'm grinding until I'm tired. And then, as if in a movie, Sabato turned around in his chair and went, "They say you ain't grinding."
Then we both stood up and started singing
with my eyes wide. Dear Lord, you done took so much of my people. I'm just wondering why you haven't taken my life.
What a beautiful memory, dude.
You didn't even remember.
I gotta be honest, it escaped me. Thank you.
What would you have said? Oh, I don't know. You said, proximity.
I would have said the same thing, except it was that Rihanna and T.I. song that went off on your phone.
Oh, Live Your Life.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day. You know,
I remember you got your phone.
He took my phone away and he deleted my contacts.
That used to be my jam.
That was the punishment. Yeah, in our class.
Can you believe that, Yessi?
No.
The punishment in my middle school is he would take your phone away, then delete your contacts.
Deleted every single contact.
I don't even know how that's allowed.
Yeah,
crazy.
They would take our phone, but they wouldn't do anything. Like they would just be like, "Yeah, you just can't use your phone for the rest of the day." And I would always be like, "You don't pay my phone bill, so why are you taking my phone?" Like I never understood.
It was like really wild west.
We were the people who threw the first brick at Stonewall.
Yeah.
Because we were the first generation that had phones.
Yeah.
And we took all the heat from the teachers.
We did.
Now today's kids, they just have them out in class. Which
Yeah.
is probably bad.
Yeah.
It's probably bad. So what's the opposite of Stonewall? Something that led to horrible ramifications started with us.
I was always the kid that got away with it. Like if the class was disrupted and we always had like detention, after detention I'd be like, I have a dentist appointment. They'd be like, go ahead. Like, I was always the kid that was just like, whatever, I'm not even going to it. Like detention? What? You can't keep me after class. I'm going home.
Good mom story since it's Mother's Day. I wrote a fake note once when I was absent. My mom called the school and ratted me out. I got 3 days of detention for it. She said if Nick has a note, I didn't write it. They gave me 3 days of detention just for a little plagiarism and perjury.
Shake my head. No.
I was like,
I would always tell my grandma to sign my dad's signatures. I always got away with it. Like,
man. I was like, you couldn't keep it in the home?
We got to keep some things in the family. Keep it in the family. Gosh.
It'd really be your own.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was bugging. I missed 40 days one year.
Based.
Yeah.
We've been there.
Senior year, I had so many fucking absences that they were just like, well, we should have failed you, but my sister was a guidance counselor at my school. So I was like, I'm getting away with this one way or another. It's like, y'all not gonna keep me back. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how they just like didn't count it. Like, cause I was showing up literally late every single day. School was supposed to start at 8. I would be there at 9 every single
I was always late to dude. They would have the late pass written for me and my sister when we showed up.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would have the late pass ready for me. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm just gonna take my late pass, go to class.
Is it because you would miss the bus and then have to get or would your parents say they're gonna drive you then just make you late?
Yeah, we would wake up late.
Okay.
We lived close enough to the school to walk. We were
okay.
yeah, we didn't take the bus or anything. We just got there late all the time.
You know, school is true. School is way too early. You were right to
way
do that.
too early.
Kids should not be waking up at 6 a.m.
I was like Stonewall.
No, I never understood why school started at 8 a.m. Like,
Dude.
what the fuck?
It's insane. Oh man.
In 6th grade, the
What?
lunch monitors used to yell at you for having your phone out, but by like 8th grade, they didn't give a shit. Well, lunch is your time. You should be able to do whatever you want at lunch.
Yeah.
Nick once
I
wrote
never understood because in Columbia, school would start at like 10 a.m. So it was like, why?
Oh,
Why
see,
did
that's
me go
progressive.
back and forth? Like,
Yeah.
I
I
remember
never understood.
first period one year, I had chorus. Imagine starting your day at 7:30 a.m. singing show tunes. My voice was nice though.
Yeah.
We actually
always
sang.
had a beautiful
We
voice.
sang a nice version of Crank That Soldier Boy.
What do you?
'Cause I had
what?
My chorus teacher was trying to be cool, so we did a choir version of Crank That by Soldier Boy.
A choir version.
Yeah. Here you go, Soldier Boy up in that, and then the other side would go, oh. It was so nice.
I hated you guys. No.
Oh my god.
Nick once wrote a note, erased the caller ID on 2 phones, got away with it until after school the next day, and then the excused absence pass fell out of his pocket and I found it on a chair. I covered all my tracks except
That is-
physical evidence.
That is such a.
All I had to do was throw it out.
That is such a you.
That is the
getting caught.
most me way to get caught.
Yeah.
You think of everything else except the actual slip.
Falling out of a pocket. Who does that happen to?
Yeah, I'm gonna expose you guys. Really quick. How old are you both?
What?
29.
28.
You're 29 and 28. I'm 28 too.
I'm grooming you guys. I feel like we were the perfect generation because we got all the cool tech shit, but these kids today are fucked, man. They have no attention span for
Nothing.
anything.
Yeah, they're killed.
It's cooked. And it's the parents' fault, obviously. It is.
Yeah.
Don't just hand your kid an iPad. Talk to him. Talk to the little fuck. He might actually like you.
Make him eat dinner at the table.
Yeah. So we were like Stonewall.
We were Stonewall.
We were Stonewall.
Yeah, that's why when you guys said that, I was like, okay, I fuck with it.
Yeah.
It's probably inappropriate in any other context for us to be going around saying we were like Stonewall. Those people at Stonewall are braver than anything we've ever done.
All right, eye of the beholder. But...
Oh shit. We got through all the topics.
Did you have anything you wanted to talk about, Yessi?
Let's see.
Do you want to bring your mom on the show?
My mom?
Yeah. Do you think she would come on?
Let me go ask her. I'll be right back.
Hell yeah. This is Mother's Day. This is Mother's Day. The last special Mother's Day episode we did, it was our moms, for real.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe we could run it back. This year, maybe it was too soon for the live format.
We can't do it live.
We
man.
can't do it live.
You remember how much our moms yapped?
We're going to have to do some coaching.
Yeah.
We're going to do 365 worth of coaching. We'll get it next year.
Stop talking about how much you love us.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
We would have to, instead of letting them cook, we'd have to be on air too.
Yes. Yeah,
You
we
know?
would have to be here.
Bring them in.
Yeah. Yeah. We'd be facilitators. We'd be like, order in the court. Oh, we're going to see. Mother's Day special. I don't know if this is mom. We can't see.
Can't tell. Maybe it's a ghost. I can't believe you asked this.
What do you mean?
No, like it's good. I just don't know where it came from.
It's Mother's Day. We have to know. You guys didn't want to know how proud we are, you guys.
No.
No. We wanted you to make fun of us.
Yeah.
For the content. We did. It was very nice to hear, though.
No, it
was. Come on. That's Mom we're talking to. Oh, man. I'm very curious if the person that was peeking there is Mom and Yessi just took off, not like, just threw them in. It was a go.
It was the grudge.
It was the grudge.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Here we are. We're going to run back all the topics with Mom now.
Mom.
And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be grand. So you went to brunch?
Yeah.
Who's gonna say hi really quick? Say hi. This
Hello.
is my mom.
Hi.
Hi.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you very much.
You're not her mom. You're her sister.
Yeah, you got to be her sister.
Who said that? Was that Nikki?
It's a mutual sentiment between us and everyone in chat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm on the podcast with my two friends.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Good
meet
to meet
you.
you. Thank you for coming over.
Come home, okay?
We will. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come over.
Yes.
We
Thank-
will. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, that was sweet.
Thank you again.
I love it.
Oh,
He's so
man.
funny.
That was awesome. So you said she's single.
What happened?
No,
Oh, say it.
I said, so you said she's single.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to
Yeah.
revisit that.
We'll talk about that
We'll
on an
circle back,
outside
yeah.
line. But that's good. was that your sister too? Peeking over.
My sister? No, my brother.
Or
He
your
just
brother?
has long hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It was like really far away from the camera, and we were.
Yeah, he just has long hair.
Got you. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Legend. We'll get him in here on Brother's Day.
We're still working on that.
He really was like, I want to be on the podcast. I'm like,
How old is he?
Yeah. How old is he?
he's 8.
So we could ask him like what his favorite color is.
Yeah.
His favorite dinosaur.
I think we run through the softcore porn, traffic
Okay, no.
porn,
Jeez.
creepy.
That's kind of why I was like, no, I'm sorry, you can't be on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's an adult podcast, and he was like, oh, okay.
I think the mom cameo is a great way to cap it, right?
That was beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
What a way to put a bow on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, legends around the world. That's NickyBato this week. Everybody give it up for Yessi. Killed it tonight. Thank you so much, Yessi, for coming on the show. That was so
Thank
awesome.
you for having me.
Of course.
Hell yeah. This is so much fun. Did you have a good time?
Yes, I did.
And what are you going to tell your friends? The most feminist podcast by two white guys that exists.
Who are
The most
allies?
Second podcast with 2 white guys.
Yeah.
Always ask permission before Chick-fil-A. Always.
We're like Stonewall.
You
in that
asked
way.
me, you
We're
got
like
it.
Stonewall that way. Yes. And for everybody in chat who wants to, please throw Yessi the follow on Twitter. Here is the chat command one more time. Shout out to Bokuba, my long-haired brother. He just liked me for real, he said in chat. Yes. Thank you so much.
And for people who are struggling to support the channel right now, you have some resources.
I have help for everyone. This is universal, like how I thought Mother's Day was. These 3 links work no matter where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Beingindeed.com, monster.com, ziprecruiter.com. They will give you the resources to support, to make this channel happen every week.